Hi everyone, welcome back. Today we're back in Wales and we're going to be exploring what is widely considered the UK's prettiest seaside, Tenby. Now this place has amazing beaches and a lot of thrilling history. Is Tenby too good to be true, and is it overrated? Well, let's go find out, shall we? Come on. So to start us off, I wanted to bring you up here on the north, and it's called the north because you get the most amazing, gorgeous views of North Beach from up here, guys. The beach is widely considered one of the best beaches in Wales, and it's easy to see why. I mean, look at the colour of the water today. The tide's in. I've come at the perfect time of day. It's gorgeous. That huge rock over there, that's called Goscar Rock. The perspective from up here doesn't really do it justice. We'll head down in just a second and I'll show you just how big it is. I was down there a little earlier and its sheer size is really impressive. Aren't these Edwardian houses absolutely beautiful? I love the contrasting colours. They're probably what most people think of when they think of Tenby. They were once owned by local fishermen who used the bright colours to navigate their way home whilst they were out at sea, especially during storms or low light. And these days the owners are actually forced by the council to paint their houses these different colours. Can you imagine buying a house and then being told, okay Bryn, this year your house is going to be banana yellow, and David next door's, yours is going to be Barbie pink? That's wild. I'll tell you who's making a killing living here, the local painter and decorator. He's never going to be out of work, is he, realistically? Cost of living crisis. What cost of living crisis? As you can see down here on North Beach is actually accessible. Let's go have a look at the beach, shall we? I love the fact that Tenby is accessible. I believe all four beaches are actually accessible, and you can also hire beach wheelchairs from the local council, which you can pre-arrange before you come. The sand quality here, guys, is gorgeous. It's like powder. It's really lovely. This is North Beach, and this is one of Tenby's 4 beaches, and this is Goscar Rock. And like I said to you, the sheer size of this is unbelievable. Now the tide's coming in at the moment, but normally you can walk around this. The tide goes quite far out here, and Goscar Rock just protrudes out of the sand quite majestically. It's gorgeous. North Beach has actually lost its blue flag status this year as of May, as there's been reports of quite significant sewage dumpings. So it's actually been downgraded from excellent to good. Now if you do want somewhere where you can swim really safely and you know you're not going to get ill, you can swim at Tenby's other 3 beaches. I believe Castle Beach and South Beach are the best beaches to swim at, and they're perfectly safe with an excellent rating. On North Beach you've got Joe's, which is a takeaway, and you can get things like hot food, milkshakes, ice creams and all sorts there. And next door to Joe's you've got your deck chair hire. North Beach is not dog friendly between the 1st of May and the 30th of September. Now I've heard that South Beach is dog friendly all year round, so just bear that in mind when you come down. I know I mentioned the sewage dumps down here, but you can still see how clear the water is. I mean, there's a log or some kind of stone there, and you can see it's at the bottom of the seabed, and the water is actually pretty deep here. I reckon it comes up to about your waist, and you can see it's like glass. You think how old some of these buildings actually are. It's unreal to think about. You imagine living up there and having this amazing view of the beach. I reckon that these are probably more likely going to be holiday lets or hotels these days. I have heard that a lot of Tenby now is second homes. How beautiful is this? This has to be one of the most picturesque harbours I've ever been to anywhere in the UK. In fact, probably the world. I've been fortunate enough to travel quite extensively around the world, and this to me is one of the best harbours I've ever seen. So beautifully picturesque, and the water is incredible here. It really is. Tenby Harbour is still actively used by local fishermen to this day, who bring the catch of the day in, and they actually sell it to the local businesses. So when you go around, you'll always be able to find fresh fish in Tenby. Did you know back in the day also its strategic location made it a key defensive point for the English against the Welsh during the medieval times? And Tenby was actually given the nickname Little England beyond Wales, and then the Normans invaded and took control of South Pembrokeshire. If you can see that white house there, it looks a bit like a castle. Believe it or not, that's actually Roald Dahl's old childhood home. He used to come here as a child in Tenby. It's called The Cabin, and you can actually book it as an Airbnb, I believe. I think I read it was like £700 for 2 nights. 700 quid. I think they're having a laugh. I think I'll stick to Premier in. There's a really small car park here on the harbour, and Tenby actually has multiple car parks available. I still recommend you get here as early as you possibly can, because you'll struggle to park regardless. Now, if you're forced to park on the multi-storey or a little bit further outside in the town, Tenby actually puts on a free shuttle bus that will take you all around and they'll pick you up from the different car parks. I think it's a brilliant idea. If any of you are watching are local to Tenby, can you possibly let me know if these are actually from the old castle grounds, these arches? They look amazing to me. And look at this St Julian's Church. You can do weddings here, baptisms and funerals. It's so cute. Imagine coming in here on a Sunday for church with a harbour right outside. Now, just up from the harbour, this is where you can book your boat trips. So you can do a seal safari, a 1-hour trip exploring Cowley Islands, majestic coastline and abundant wildlife. And you'll see things like puffins, seals, and then there's a 2-island cruise, and you can also do a rib ride. I've been on a rib ride in Newquay and I highly recommend you do it. It's so fast, it's brilliant. This is Tenby's third beach. This is Castle Beach. Coming here now, it honestly feels like I'm in the Mediterranean. I can understand why people say it feels like the Med. It's a gorgeous day, and my word, is that water stunning today. I can't actually go on the beach properly because they're filming a movie at the moment, so I'm a bit devastated I can't really go over. Now, just over there, you can see is Catherine's Fort, that's Catherine's Island. It's only accessible during low tide. Obviously, the tide's in at the moment, so we can't actually go over. St Catherine's Island is a fort built in the 1860s, which was a coastal defence during Queen Victoria's reign, as she was frightened of a potential French invasion that never came. The fort was later used as a private residence of a very wealthy family named the Richards, and then later it was sold and became a zoo in the 60s. More recently, it's been used as several locations for filming movies and TV shows such as today. They've filmed BBC programmes like Sherlock Holmes here. It's been empty for decades and it's now open for tours. I can't go up there because it isn't accessible. This is the tractor, and as you can see, there's a jetty that takes you onto the boat. Now the boat, I think it's about a 10-15 minute sail over to Cowley Island, and there's a chocolate factory run by monks, and you can also go see puffins. It's just a lovely place, and it closes I think at 5 o'clock, and they go every 15 minutes or so. There looks to be like a little cave over there. Let's go have a look. Up there you can see the remnants of the castle walls. We will go and see some more castle walls later on in the video very shortly, so stick around for that. Look at this, guys. Isn't this just sensational? Again, it's in the UK. This is the cave. Oh, wow. How amazing is this? It's a shame some idiots vandalised it. Can't have anything nice these days. This is amazing. Over there also is Castle Hill, and that's got cracking views of the sea from there, but they're playing a bit fast and loose with the word castle, aren't they? I mean, it's essentially a glorified medieval chimney that's lost its house. Still, there's some benches up there if you want to take your chippy up, and they've even provided some massive cannons to protect your chips from the local wildlife. You'll notice around Tenby as you walk around as well, there's loads of little artisan shops and bakeries and all sorts. You can see here, this one I believe is called Moor, and it says there, it says Dunbridge Opisgod, which means, I believe, little fortress of the fish in Welsh, which is actually the Welsh name for Tenby. This is Sergeant's Lane, and over here is the famous Harbour Brewery. They do their own ales, like IPAs and stuff like that. I literally feel like I'm in Italy or somewhere right now. How cool is this? Tenby's sunniest beer garden. Show you around. It's a bit early at the moment, so I reckon they're just opening. But yeah, this is the little beer garden. I bet this will be packed later on. There's a gallery down here as well. That's cool. Here we go, here's the brewery look. So you got Tenby Harbour Brewery, Celtic Pale Ale. Everything seems so raw and authentic. Up here is St Julian Street and you'll find like Italian restaurants up here, more art galleries, places that sell fudge, homemade Welsh fudge. It's just brilliant. An ice cream parlour. There's coffee places, ice cream parlours everywhere here. It's so hot, I'm going to go and grab an iced coffee, see what it's like. You can see all the different kinds of ice creams here. You've got strawberry, a twister ice cream. Oh my word, I bet that's amazing. Blue candy floss, bubble gums. You can also buy Welsh ice creams here too. I've gone for an iced coffee and this has got salted caramel syrup in it. Let's give it a whirl. It's £4.80. Oh, that's amazing. So refreshing. Down here is Key Hill, and this is one of the most photographed lanes in Tenby. And just down here is where you'll find the oldest merchant's house, which is the oldest house in Tenby, and also the oldest pub. Let's have a look, shall we? This house is nearly 600 years old. It was once owned by a wealthy medieval merchant who would have used it as both his shop and his home. And apparently he had up to 10 kids living here at one point. It's also said that it survived the plague in 1650, where over 500 people in Tenby died. Imagine waking up, opening one of these windows and just seeing the town, like 50% of the population dead, completely disappeared. That sounds like an introvert's absolute dream. This place is 12th century. Imagine the history, the generations of people that have walked through this pub. They say it's haunted. Yeah. Have you experienced anything?
Sorry, yeah, loads.
Have you? What have you seen?
One of the cubicles in the ladies' bathroom unlocked itself. You hear footsteps upstairs when you know for a fact the only person in the building. All sorts of different stuff like that.
This is the oldest pub in Tenby. This is called Plantagenet House, and it's right next to the oldest house, which I just showed you, the merchant's house. It's incredible in here. Apparently it's 12th century, and walking around is very, very small. It's very bijou, and it's really, really cute. I mean, you can just imagine the history in this place. I've gone for a pint of Madry and a pint of Coke, and it only cost me £8.90, which I think is a bargain. Considering we're in Tenby, one of the most sought after places and visited places in Wales, if not the UK, that price is really good. I'm really happy with that. Cheers, guys. Tenby is full of lots of cute little merchandise shops selling all sorts of Welsh merchandise as well as Tenby merch. Got the Red Dragon. These are cute. The seagulls here are a menace apparently. A massive choice of magnets. I love seaside tat. My wife not so much. I'd bankrupt myself shopping here, I really would. Go for this one and this one, and they're £2.99 each. You can see the town now is really starting to pick up. It's starting to get busy and all the shops are opening and all the tourists are flooding in. So I'm glad I came early. Like I said, definitely get here as early as you can because it will get packed. No stop in Tenby is complete without popping to Devestated Sons, which is a #1 rated fish and chip shop in Tenby. Everybody recommends this place. Now, legend has it, the original guy, which they called the old boy inside, he was originally from Italy and he was meant to migrate to the States, but he stopped off in Haverfordwest and he was so taken by the Pembrokeshire coast that he actually decided to put down roots in Tenby and open his business and move the family here. As you can see, we've got some flags here for the World Cup. You can see they do a large cod and regular cod for £9. They do healthy cod options as well, sustainable fish cakes.
But we subscribe to sustainability.
Yeah.
So I knew a sustainable tortoise. So we bring it down, it's got to be certified, or we won't use it.
Okay.
When I was a kid, we used to have hake from Milford.
Right, okay.
No hake in the Irish Sea. So I've sort of lived in one extinction.
Is that Milford Haven, is it?
That was hake, yeah.
Yeah.
So I don't really want to do it a second time.
Yeah.
Yeah, once is enough. Twice is stupid, isn't it? But yeah, so I know the consequences of overfishing.
Of course, yeah. Okay.
So, yeah, And I wouldn't mind handing it to my kids and my grandkids. If there's no fish, there's no chicken.
So are you the owner now, are you?
I'm one of, with my brother.
Brilliant, and you've got children now as well, you pass it on to, have you? Or?
Children won't work with me.
Right.
They think I'm a little bit daft, working as hard as I do, but my grandkids, they help me out.
Yeah. How long have you been in the fish and chip shop?
Personally, working 54 years.
Wow, okay, that's incredible.
Yeah.
That is some commitment, isn't it?
But
That's
then,
amazing.
like I say, I was born in it.
So I've decided to go for a cod and chips, and I've got to say the portion sizes are amazing. Look at this, guys. The fish looks incredible. It's really golden and it's really lightly battered. Let's give it a try. The batter is perfectly thin. It's spread completely evenly across the fish. It's not too thick, but it retains a lovely moist texture. It's wonderful. It's lovely and flaky as well. Let's have a look at what the fish is. As you can see, the fish is really white and the steam coming off that. It's all been cooked to order. It's completely fresh. It tastes amazing even without salt and vinegar. So that just shows you the quality of the food. And then the chips again, really hot. They're like little clouds, fluffy clouds. I'm really impressed with this. We have some mushy peas. And they're not grainy at all, they're perfect. That. Homemade mushy peas, they're wonderful. You can tell they're all made freshly in-house. Got no complaints whatsoever. If you want to come to Tenby, make sure you come to the Fetching Sons. I highly recommend it. The prices are really reasonable as well. This perspective here gives you an incredible vantage point of Tenby's medieval walls. You can just see how vast they were. Stretch all the way down there. You've got the 5 arches here, which would have acted as the west gatehouse to the town. And this is what they would have used to lock the town up during the plague of 1650. The 5 arches were built around 700 years ago as a defence against the Welsh uprising and also pirate attacks. I mean, you can imagine the things these walls must have seen over the years. To be able to touch something so old is just sensational. It really is surreal. If my son was here, he would say literally the same about touching me. He really would. They've actually got a Greek restaurant within the walls of the castle, which is unbelievable. It's so surreal. And this is one of the many car parks. This is where I've parked. It's cost me £10 to park here. You can park on the street for free too, but it depends whereabouts you park. Sometimes you can park for 30 minutes and sometimes you can park for a couple of hours. Every little corner of Tenby is blowing my mind. I don't have any more adjectives left to describe this place. It's easily one of the best places I've ever been. It really is. If you've never been to Tenby, I highly recommend you come. So you can see over there, you can see some little points over there. That's actually Worm's Head, which is on the Gower coast. So that's all this is still Wales. And you can see like the Gower coast. If you haven't been to the Gower, that's another really pretty place in Wales. It's got some stunning coastline down there. Got a lovely view of St Catherine's Island from here. I was saying to you earlier about Bryn having Barbie pink. Here we go, look how bright pink this house is here. These are all hotels now, I believe, or Airbnbs. I think this is gorgeous. One thing I've noticed around Tenby, there's lots of nooks and crannies around, and this garden here is beautiful. These incredible views. You can sit over here. This actually belongs to the Atlantic Hotel and Clounce Hotel over the road, and you can come out here and just sit to have a pint with these most amazing views. I mean, these have got to be some of the best views in Wales, surely. Behind me is Tenby's South Beach. This is probably the most popular beach in Tenby, and this one's actually lifeguarded. I've read and seen on Google that this is actually probably the best place to come and watch sunset in the whole of Tenby, and it is sensational. I'll tell you something, the water quality here is unbelievable. How beautifully turquoise it looks, it's incredible. I can see the lifeguards just down there, they're patrolling at the moment, and also just down there is the Lancio Lounge. Now the Lancio Lounge is actually run by the chain Loungers, and they have about 250 restaurants within the UK, and they offer really reasonably priced like tapas and just generally nice food. They're actually opening one in Barry Island very, very soon. They're converting the old toilet block. I'm going to be reviewing Barry Island next week, so make sure to subscribe for that. You won't want to miss it. Barry Island is going through some massive changes. guys. So that, guys, is Tenby. I'm really, really impressed with Tenby. Is it overrated? Absolutely not. Is it like the Mediterranean coast? Personally, I think it is. I think it's amazing. Now, if you enjoyed this video, you'll definitely want to watch some more of my Welsh seaside tours right here and some of my regular seaside tours right here. Until next time, guys, take care.